Hello, it's Rick, and this is day 29, Saturday, October 29th. It's a bit of a milestone, but we have now passed 3 full weeks of walking, some average of 50 miles a week. We're up over 200 miles by a bit, so slightly ahead on miles, but we're more or less on track on schedule. And I went out and walked another 10 this morning. We left early. Was getting light, but it hadn't fully dawned when we left, and took an hour or so to get out to where we had to begin the walk, which was just off I-40 at a Chevron station. We're now headed not on I-40, but heading north, and we're headed towards a little town 10 miles away called Goffs, Goffs, California. Not much more than a school and several homes. The route today was all on a 2-lane road out in the desert right next to the railroad tracks. A ton of railroad activity going both ways today. Loads and loads of containers piled high. Huge trains. We saw one train with 4 engines in the front and another 3 in the middle. We expected more in the back, but it didn't turn out that way. But it's an impressive amount of freight that moves across our great country via rail, and also on I-40 via those big trucks, the semis. So the day was okay. It's all full sun, starts out cold. It was about 48 degrees, I think, when I started walking, quickly getting up into the mid-upper 70s, low 80s. But that's okay. And there was a good little breeze from the northeast, so kind of blowing in my face as I went forward. So that all worked pretty well. My feet are holding up. They're not terribly happy at the end of each 10-mile section, but they're not protesting too badly. So it's all good. I'm now back at the RV campground we're based out of, which is in Needles, California. We've been here, basing from here for several days, and we'll probably stay at least another couple. Tomorrow we continue heading east from Goffs towards 95, which heads north towards Vegas and through Palm Gardens first. We have another milestone today. Our first volunteer, Rich Combs, has been a great help, and he solved all kinds of issues for me. And his week is pretty well up, but he's going to go and pick up incoming Peg from Vermont, who is going to arrive tonight in Vegas, and then there'll be 3 of us overnight in this RV. We'll test out the 3rd sleeping spot. And then tomorrow, well, Rich can educate Peg on all things Rick and how it is to work with Rick and be along for the week. And then Rich will head out tomorrow sometime during the day. And then Peg and I will be on our own for a week. So that's about it. Everything's going fine. We're getting ready for an event in Las Vegas that'll happen Tuesday. More about that later. Good night.